out of here. All right, relax, man, relax. Just a couple more questions. Cops are on the way. I know. I called them. What's your zip code? Zip code. I need to get out. All right, relax. Last question. Last fucking question. Is that your car out there? Yeah. Looks a little dirty. How about a car wash on your way out? Hey, that's my time, everybody. David Hilder. Thank you very much.
Keep it going for Dave Hilder. All right, guys, we're at this time. The final comedian. You guys been having a great time so far? All right. Put your hands together for Miss Pam Arla.
So we got the last comedian, huh? Well, I hope you guys are having a great time tonight. I just turned 50 recently, and thank you. And it makes you reflect a little bit on your life when you turn 50. It's sort of a milestone birthday, and so I've been thinking a lot about my life and about my career. I've been an attorney for 25 years now, and I've been thinking a lot also about the sexual harassment incidents that have been in the news lately and frankly are a big problem in our society. But I think the problem is that why is the harassment always directed at younger women? I mean, they're always the one that get all the attention. I mean, I don't think I've been properly sexually harassed for 15 years at least. I mean, forget hashtag Me Too. I'm coming up with hashtag What About Me? At work, I mean, it's so annoying. The men, they come into my office, they always want to talk substance. They look me in my eyes. I'm like, buddy, hey, eyes down. My boobs, they're down here. It's just so rude. So rude. And that's what being a middle-aged woman is like. It's like you're always left out of things. I always feel like you're missing out on these cultural experiences. Like when I'm talking to people at work about their dating experiences. So I've dated in the 90s before the age of the smartphones. So I never got a breakup text. I feel like I kind of missed out. I mean, I know people think that those, are cruel, but I have to think that they're better than the incredibly painful conversations that I had at the end of relationships. Where I had to have all of my shortcomings, vocalized with words that turned into sentences. I mean, I know that I have a lot of flaws. I don't really want to hear them out loud. A nice short little breakup text, sorry, I can't anymore. I think that would have been nicer. That would have been better, I mean, I also, when I was dating in the 90s, I never got a dick pic. I mean, that kind of bums me out, but I mean, I do get it. I mean, to send someone a dick pic in the 90s, I mean, that would have been a lot of work. I mean, that would have been a big commitment. I mean, think about it. I mean, you would have had to take an actual camera, take a picture of your dick, then you'd have to bring it someplace to get the film developed, like the CVS or People's Drug Store. I mean, hopefully you were at the end of your roll of film. Otherwise, you'd have 24 pictures of your dick, which I guess you could keep in your file cabinet, the accordion folder with the label dick pics for future use or something. Then you'd have to get out your envelope and you'd address the envelope and you'd put the picture in and you put a stamp on it and drop it in the mail. I mean, at that point, I guess it probably would have been easier for the guy to just drive over to my house and show me his dick in person. Which, strangely enough, is how I met my husband. So, I've been married for 17 years. We have a 12-year-old son, and it's great. And I'm a little bit jealous of my husband because I think it's a lot easier to be a really good dad than a good mom, right? The standards are much lower, right? I mean, it's like you're a good dad if you come home at night, you have a job, and you're involved in one activity with your kids. You're like amazing. That's like awesome. Moms, on the other hand, expected to do a little bit more. It's like you gotta like drive them all over the place. You gotta help them with their homework. You gotta like cook all the meals. You gotta make sure they're polite, and everyone always has to call the mom when there's any problem. They don't want to bother the dad. He's busy with his one activity. He's very maxed out. It's very difficult for him. And when you're a parent, it's a little touchy, but you do sometimes have to deal with religion. Religion is kind of complicated in our household. I was raised Jewish and my husband was raised Catholic. So we had to work out a compromise for that, which we've done. We do nothing. That's basically what we do. So it's great. We love it because Saturday comes along and we don't go to temple. And then Sunday comes along and we don't go to church. So it's great. I love it. Some people get concerned, your son doesn't have religion in his life. But I'm like, no. Every summer, we send him to summer camp at this Baptist church near our house. So that's great. I think that's really important. Not because of the religion. The camp is like incredibly cheap. So that's really great. I mean, because my feeling is if like sending him to a Baptist church camp can save me a couple $100 a week, praise Jesus. That's my feeling on that. But our lives are really busy. My husband and I both work full time, and with that, and our son, and my husband has his one activity, so he's busy with that, and it's really hard sometimes for us to find time alone together. And we've discussed this, and we decided we did not want to let this romantic part of our relationship die. So we found a solution that works for us. I don't know if it would work for anyone else, but we basically have sex while we do the laundry. I mean, we sort of feel like, you've got to do the laundry on a regular basis and you're bending over anyway, so what the hell? I mean, you might as well. Plus, there's always seems to be like an errant sock around for a quick cleanup, and you can just like take the clothes that you just took off and like throw them back in the laundry in the washing machine and do the wash. So it sort of is, it's kind of efficient that way. But it works out really well for us. I mean, I love it that like my husband is finally kind of helpful with the laundry. He never was before. I mean, it's so nice. Like he's always letting me know when it's been a while since we've done the laundry, or when the laundry's piling up. He's always really good about that. It has sometimes created some tension in our relationship. We don't always agree on the type of cycle we want to use when we do the laundry. Like, sometimes one of us will prefer the delicate, more gentle cycle. The other person wants more of a deep clean with steam. And you're often just so busy, it's really just a quick rinse, drain, and spin. And of course, there are times when you're just too tired to do the laundry, and you may have to say, honey, if it's a small load, maybe you can just do it by hand. Thanks, everyone.